Hi guys, Bomber here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are on Legends of Runeterra to take a look at a deck and try to climb the ladder and for our Road to Master series. And the deck we are gonna take a look at is the Heimer V Control, which has been a staple in the meta for quite a while now, and it's very consistent. So let's take a look at it. So, for our champions, we have Heimerdinger and Vi, or V. The pronunciation is pretty awkward with this champion. But by the way, we are pretty much a control deck. We want to control the board as soon as possible with quite a bunch of removal, like Thermogenic Beam, Mystic Shot, and Get Excited. And also we want to, if we are on the control matchup, deny like the mirror matchup, deny and Will of Ionia will come in handy very effectively. The main combo that we want to accomplish is mainly that Heimerdinger will put cards in our hand, and so this will further help us buff the Vi, because we have free cheap cards practically at 0 mana cost to play with, and so Vi will have pretty easy way on her level up. And also Heimerdinger, the strongest turret that he can craft is probably the 3 mana elusive one, simply because we obviously mainly like ignore all the board state, and the turrets on themselves, since they have all 1 health, for the exceptions of the TX obviously, which has 8 health and 8 attack, they are pretty squishy. If you send them to attack right away, they simply die. The elusive is probably the best out of the keywords, because as I said, it will ignore the board, and so the 1 health doesn't really matter. Of course, you can be on a matchup with other elusive enemies, but all the elusive allies are pretty much always low on health, and so even if they have them, it simply is a trade, so you still get the best out of the trades. So yeah, since you want to cast obviously 3 mana spells, because Heimerdinger puts the turret in hand with equal cost, so 3 mana, we want to hit that 3 mana, and so for that reason we run Flash of Brilliance, and also the other removals, and the Twin Disciplines spell. Those are the cards that we want to hit on the Heimerdinger. The best turn scenario is that you put Heimerdinger on turn 5 when you have already 3 mana on the spell only mana, and the more Flash of Brilliance you have, the best it is for a very big swing turn. And also, if you have Vi on hand, this will give her so much more attack, and probably she will follow on the next turn. And yeah, so basically the main focus of the deck, as I said, is control the board and then gain insane value with Heimerdinger and try to push the win with Vi, or simply the elusive turrets. Also, another combo that is pretty common to use is Vi with Spirit's Refuge on the aggro matchup, that lets you take quite a bit more damage, and then on turn 5 you slap a Vi, for example with 10 attack, or also 7 could work. You could go for Vi and Twin Disciplines also to buff a Vi up to 6 attack, and so because she will gain 1 attack from the card played, and then +3/+0 from the Twin Disciplines, and so yeah, those are the main synergies of the deck. And with that said, let's jump into a match to see how this deck works. So we are up against Restray, and based on the factions and the champion that is running, I think that is running a burn aggro deck, and so the main focus that we want to achieve is control the board, as said before. So Solitary Monk could help us on that, since it's a very nice body on turn 3. Vi could be a pretty swing turn on turn 5 to get the the tides of the battle on our favor, and the other cards are not so important. We want to mulligan for board presence, like Vi and Twin Solitary Monk, and the other one at 3 mana, 2/2 elusive, I don't remember the name. And so yeah, probably we want also to hit the Spirit's Refuge for a nice lifesteal bonus to our health. So yeah, we really can't do much about that, we simply have to take it. Next turn we will have 4 damage in, hopefully, and then I'm pretty happy on trading him if it is necessary. Maybe if he develops a 2-drop, which we can get a value trade in, it's probably better to block that, because we want to... it's very tricky to play against burn decks, because you don't want to take damage early on, because they can burn you down later, but you also want to try and minimize the damage that you want to take on the overall match. So yeah. It's very lucky that we attack on odd turns, because the Vi can attack as soon as she hits the board, which is very nice. You can also try to go right now for a Flash of Brilliance into Twin Disciplines block on the Legion Grenadier, because this will play the Claws of Dragon from our hand, and also those will buff the Deep Meditations for next turn, even if we probably will not play them, as the next turn V is coming down. So yeah, I like to keep this alive, and probably force a removal if needed, and if not, we simply traded a piece. Okay, so he goes for... since he was dying anyway, he went for the burn damage. So yeah, we still want to play Claws of Dragons, and next turn we are actually pretty much the aggressor on our own.
Done yet.
We can push 7 damage right now, and with the Vi we can get a trade for whatever he plays after the Vi. And also we did leave 3 mana for the Deep Meditation. So yeah, let's see which one is the most upgraded. It doesn't matter.
I'm doing this my way.
Okay, so V comes down, and for only 1 attack we could push the early level up, because if it, as I said before in the intro, if she was at 6 attack, we could play a card and make her at 7, and then give her +7, sorry, +3/+0 from the Twin Disciplines, and get her to 10 attack, and so that she would have leveled up. So yeah, let's attack right away.
I need no weapons.
Let's take the trade. Let's see if he goes for some tricks. If so, we could give her +3 health. Let her stay alive. So yeah, as I said, we turned out to be the aggressor even more than him. Probably he was a bit unlucky to not draw 1-drops, I guess. Probably didn't mulligan for them. Okay, so we will go down at 7. Next turn we'll have 6. There is nothing that can kill us, but he could play another Decimate next turn, and then on fast attack us with a Noxian Fervor or Get Excited. But yeah, we can't do really much about that. So we have to look and see if he did draw all those boards. Okay, so let's see if the Decimate is coming in. If not, probably he can't do much. Probably he could go for a Static Shock and get us to 6, and then go for Get Excited, Get Excited. I don't remember if we had the Flash of Brilliance, probably not, but if we had, we could probably try and search for some heals or stuff. There is a 7 mana spell which heals for 7, and that is pretty much a good game against a burn aggro deck. Okay, so he didn't have the burn, and so as I said, we probably want to search for the card that I said previously. So we didn't get that. probably want to remove the burn damage at this point. So yeah, it is pretty expensive, but I like... what is this? Transform a follower into... Okay, no. I would have made a pretty much huge mistake, so we want to transform this follower into this follower, okay? So yeah, this will remove the damage. Let's see if he has Noxian Fervor to kill it himself. This was a very expensive move, but since we have the game in the pocket, we could go for that. And also next turn we will attack right away with all our units or followers. I don't know how they are actually spelled. And then we 7 damage goes in anyway. And then we can finish this off with the Mystic Shot. Sorry, man. Let's go for some emotes to try and get him to surrender right away.
First big mission.
Little jerks grow up so fast.
So yeah, we take 2 damage in, nothing that we can really do about it. But we can get value blocks on both of them.
If they don't break,
Okay, so next turn we are at 3. So if he draws I get excited,
for the glory of Noxus.
we are dead.
Don't mind me.
Okay, probably has it in hand if he is attacking only with this.
Spring does not pity winter.
Let's see if he had it. Okay, now this is going in, and we can't finish. We can probably finish it with Twin Disciplines. So yeah,
Justice
got
first
to take the
hand.
trade with that. Try to
Fast as
connect
wind,
also these,
light
but
as
I'm
air.
pretty sure that it will block that. Okay, so let's go for Twin Disciplines, and then we can finish this off with the Mystic Shot later on. Let's see, do you have it?
You act, but do not see.
Okay, the block lets me guess that he doesn't have it. Or probably he is misplaying and trying to block first, and then he will try to burn me down, but if this attack connects, then the Mystic Shot will connect before his burn spell. Come on, man. You can do this. Did he rage quit? Getting burned out as a burn deck. Okay, transfusion. That's interesting. He's trying to value trade. Probably I would have traded the Vi, but okay.
Beauty and fire.
Ah no, she was at one health, so yeah, that's fine. Let's see, do you have it? So, I don't know if he's trying to bait me into playing the spell first, but he could simply play the spell before the combat, and he would have won. And he knows that we don't have heals at fast speed. So yeah, it's probably the safest option to go for that now, right? Let's try this. Let's see if he was super smart and went for a... actually went for it. Good game, man.
You gotta be kidding me.
So yeah, the first match didn't went quite as well, but you saw that it was pretty close, and we were against a not favorable matchup because aggro pretty much prey down on control decks. So yeah, let's try this again. Okay, now this is basically the mirror match. Since we drew the Close of the Dragons and Shadow Assassin, we probably want to be the aggressor in this game. But the Heimerdinger is our win condition on the long run, so we probably want to keep that as well. And the Deep Meditation is not so important on the start. Okay, the Thermogenic Beam could help us on clearing his early on Shadow Assassin, or even better, the Solitary Monk. I know that on the long run we are losing these 2 mana, but since we are also attacking and as I said we want to be the aggressor, it's probably too bad to not play it right away. And you see that he is responding with that as well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with taking the trade, so let's do this. Okay, now we develop into Shadow Assassin for the attack on the next turn. Okay, but the Solitary Monk probably, since he is also attacking this turn, it's probably the biggest threat right now, so we want to remove that. Probably we want to keep the Thermogenic Beam for his Vise. You have also to think about that. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate that we have to play the Get Excited without an Heimerdinger into play, but I guess that this is the best play. On the mirror, you basically know what are the threats because you have them in your deck as well. So yeah, as I said, the Thermogenic Beam is the only removal that can remove Vi. And so, okay, right now we would like to draw, but since we are attacking, the Solitary Monk is the best option right now. Okay, it doesn't have removal, so 4 damage in, 4 more attacks and he's dead. The Solitary Monk. Okay, Heimerdinger coming down. Yeah, we did waste the Get Excited on the Solitary Monk. Probably want to search for another one. And we did get it. That's pretty lucky. Okay, the Mystic Shot is not as important in this matchup. Wow, he had to. Pretty sick turn by his part.
Round and round and round it goes.
Okay, so we want to remove the Heimerdinger. Next turn we will develop one of our own. Probably Vi is better. And Vi could help us on clearing those turrets. I know that getting the trade from the Vi into Heimerdinger is stronger, but I don't want him to get mana to play some other stuff next turn if he draws into them, or probably if he has some Deep Meditation in hand, next turn they will be discounted, so yeah, it's pretty safest to remove them as soon as you can. Probably we could go also for a Thermogenic Beam onto those, but as I said, we want to keep them for the Vi, so yeah, no, probably it's better to take the trade. We kinda have to. And then next turn, Vi could go into an empty board. And 6 damage in is pretty huge. Okay, so let's develop the Vi. Let's see if you have something else. The Vi also trades with his Vi, if he has that. Okay, Shadow Assassin. You probably want to trade that. Could probably have the Twin Disciplines. And so he will trade the Vi. But yeah, we are making him waste resources, so that's fine. Man, we are very low on cards in hand. Probably has the upper hand right
Scared?
now.
I don't blame
The Heimer Dinger was insane early on with 2 Flash of Brilliance, so yeah. You can't really do much against that. So Tabby's is taking his time. Okay, we love Ionia. Okay, that's fine. Kinda a waste of resources for him, but yeah, it does delay our development. And also, Will of Ionia is strongest against Vi in the...
Vi?
Okay, we did save the Thermogenic Beam. We probably want to keep the Flash of Brilliance for the Heimerdinger, so yeah, it is pretty expensive, but we kinda have to remove her as fast as possible, because if we play something else to lower the amount of damage the Thermogenic Beam does, he will have the opportunity to get the attack in. And also I'm kinda happy with that. Okay, then yeah, this is very bad.
They cannot hide.
Very bad.
Coming to save the day! Or wreck it.
So now we kinda have to remove that with the Vi itself, with the Challenger. Next turn we will have 7, so 8. Probably if we draw into Twin Disciplines, yeah, we are still fine. Okay, we didn't draw into that. So 4. Yeah, I probably want to go Heimerdinger this turn.
Answers.
Let's try that.
I have them.
So yeah, we'll still get 5 damage in, probably also 7. We're still not dead, but he could have a Mystic Shot in hand.
The order rewards its faithful.
Okay, this is kinda nice. Would help us against the Vi. I don't know if the barrier does not make the strike effect trigger. Yeah, we will find out.
My most groundbreaking
next
invention
turn.
to date.
So let's see. It is after when a unit attempts to deal damage using its power. Technically, she is trying to damage with his power,
Justice
with her
League!
power. Let's try this anyway. We really can shells. Okay, pretty. This is a bug, I guess. So it says that this is blocked. So yeah, probably a visual bug, I guess. If we lose to that, we can't do really anything about this. So yeah, let's see. What happened? He's freaking out as well. Yeah, I could see the Oracle Eye to see what was going to happen. Okay. Pretty nice interaction. Amazing. Okay, we can also remove the Vi right away. Let's try to do that, and then next turn we will develop our Vi ourselves. Also, the barrier on the Heimerdinger is pretty nice, since okay, progress day. Probably he's searching for the other Deny in his deck. Let's see if he got that. If not, the 2/6 mana with Overwhelm are pretty huge right now. We can probably push for a lethal with the Vi as well. Which also, by the way, okay. No, he didn't end that. Probably to get excited.
Skill and
Divert our power to main laser.
He's searching for that. Really, right now we want to draw the Spirit's Refuge to get outside the...
Everything can use an upgrade!
As I was saying, to get outside of the... get excited the threshold. Okay, the deny also is fine, because it will counter another get excited.
I stands for violence.
Okay, 2 mystic shots. Can counter 1. I don't think he has something else, because if so, you went pretty much on the perfect hand. Okay, he's searching for that. Okay. I think we are safe. So we get also another attacker.
The dark beckons.
He's still searching for that. Wow. Okay, he's surrendering. Well played, a very, very close game. Very, very tense.
Calculated!
So yeah, you saw how this deck plays out against an unfavorable matchup that we did lose, but it was pretty close, so you kind of have also with the unfavorable matchup still a 50-50 chance to win or lose. Instead, against the mirror match is just a matter of how well you know how your deck plays out, and so how to counter that. So as you saw, probably keeping the thermogenic beam for the Vi, trading the Vi with the Vi itself, and stuff like that. So yeah. So, that's it for this video. Hope you liked it and find it useful, and as always, see ya!